like it changed my input on game banging. Like I'm from Hoover, I'm still from Hoover. I'm always gonna be from over there. That's where I was born at, raised at, grew up at. Like I can't change that. But what made me look at game banging different, I was like, damn, how many years am I gonna be faithful to this shit and be out here doing so much shit for this game and I ain't gonna get nothing back? Like it's like you start thinking like, damn, I'm being used. Like I'm out here doing all this, nigga. I'm out here doing like if I would have spent all these years in school, nigga, I'd be a brain surgeon or something.
Nigga, Net Hustle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know I'm in the black box. Had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned. All that.
All that and then some to the income. Hit these YouTube streets, find a corner, and bend one. We pulling up on Hoover Street. Holla at Triggerbird. I've only reacted to one thing, a video of Triggerbirds one time. And if y'all can recall, I was kind of impressed by the way he presented himself in general. Being an active Hoover from the younger generation, you kind of get a stereotype in your brain of what to expect. Kind of also why I appreciate why you see the Jap 5 intro and outro has been around for a while now in the black box, because I think he betrays that stereotype, as well as when I saw Triggerbird speak on some politics too. And he presented himself very well. So when I stumbled across this video yesterday, I got to shout him out because he made a lot of points. I can't say I agree with every single thing he said, but he was pretty much on point with his position overall in his general idea. And I even have to say he kind of pinpointed some things that I was thinking and maybe even describe some of my actions. But I respect how he did it, because ain't nowhere in the world you can tell me he didn't see my video or at least see the title. And when he did his video, I didn't see the entire thing, but I didn't hear my name come up. But I could kind of gather that he addressed me as well. But I could just be all in my imagination. But it seemed like he had some words for the people he didn't respect, and he seemed like he also had a message for those that he respected that he felt like didn't quite do it the right way. And of course, I count myself, and I'm telling you, this is all in my head. Have no idea if he saw my video, saw the title, but I just would imagine he did. And my title kind of represented the content that he was describing. But I just want to say this. I know the person I was speaking to on the phone, who is from the Crenshaw district, never said anything about a Hoover other than there was a Hoover that had warned the young homie or sent word that it wasn't cool for him being over there. Now, I'm not one to jump on the internet and try to report every detail I know about any said situation that takes place in the streets, but just know the conversation you heard me and the homie have eliminates a whole lot of details. Like, it's a whole lot more. When people hear about some type of violence in the streets in LA, they always just break us down to simple gang interaction, Crip blood, anybody, boom, bam. Not realizing we have the same dynamics in our streets as everybody else streets that don't have Crip and blood as well. So a lot of time things take place that don't have nothing to do with your actual affiliation, even if you are affiliated. I seen headlines saying Wack saying he was a trophy. Trophy or not, him being a trophy, I don't believe had anything to do with his passing or the events that took place that led to his passing. I will say this. I would even consider changing my title, but I have my content up to the point where you can see why Hoover was even mentioned. But and nobody said the Hoovers did anything. I would never have and never will participate in coming on here and accusing anybody of any crime. But with no further ado, well, with no further ado, let's see what Triggerbird, Shady's YouTube Streets, has been up to.
Hey, what's the word, Triggerbird? I know I got fresh shit straight off of Hoover Street, so like, subscribe, and comment. I don't care about some real shit or some nonsense. Hit that share button, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button on Bird. But on Hoover, I've been looking at the YouTube, man, YouTube streets for the last couple of days. I know I ain't been on here, any kind of busy shit been going on in my life, in my league's life, you feel me? On Bird. So I've been doing other shit, not even entertaining the YouTube space right now. there's a lot of gibberish shit, a lot of like phony and shit going on, but I still like to be on there to be informed, to know what's going on verse. Ain't nothing wrong about being informed. Well, it be turning me off, and there's certain things that I be displeased with people, man. I know it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that, but y'all gotta stop with the telling on my homies, man. Y'all gotta stop with the clickbait shit. I think that y'all be just using Hoover for clickbait. Hoover, look, it's crazy how a few months ago, before I got it on the internet, right? Look, on my shit was viral, right? Y'all ain't even fuck with Hoover like that. And then
This is one little area I choose to disagree, because I remember in his first spiel, he finna mention Gumby first spiel, they whole thing was, y'all can't tell none of these stories without Hoover. All y'all talk about is Hoover this. We started all this. If y'all wasn't sharing your interactions with Hoovers, y'all wouldn't have no foundation. So I don't quite agree with what he's saying right here. You already said they kind of based their whole thing off Hoover, so it wasn't like they was ignoring y'all.
Gumby came like right after me popping his greatest shit, right? So it just fell like right in, like just fell right in. Cause for sure, if Gumby would've got in there first, y'all probably wouldn't even heard of me. Y'all wouldn't even listen to my shit. But I said a few things went viral, and the homie came right behind that went viral, right? On YouTube, like as far as internet, right? So it just been using Hoover, ever since the title, Hoover, right? That's
You get two strong personalities from your section to come on and pop they and highly speak about desiring acknowledgement from the section or for the section. You can't have it both ways. You can't dictate how it come though, Bird. It's going, y'all basically asked for this.
like right now, like the greatest thing to do. My thing is, we know that niggas need us in their titles and shit, bro, and Hoover this and that, but come on, bro, do y'all facts. Stop coming on here and just using us for some type of like, I'm seeing that y'all like, y'all purposely doing that shit, and I feel like it's weird for a nigga to sit there and say, I seen two gangsters for YouTube, I seen top media TV, and on they shit, they say Hoovers. You know what I'm saying? Hoover, A-Trace, and the other one, Hoover. Come on, bro. That nigga didn't get killed in the Hoovers. Big U, son, baby, you did not get killed in the Hoovers, bro.
Shout out to the Menlos. I see that's been firmly established at this point. However, anytime you hear Fig and the 69th, now I know they bang 70s, but still sound like borderline. Like, you feel me? Like, if someone just was to say, mention the groove over there, it's not like you're gonna say, man, ain't no Hoovers over there. Now, I wouldn't know nobody say that. Now, the people that's frequenting the area and knowing the exact borderlines, and you know we got very imaginary borderlines in a lot of our sections, and it cut real close at different times, different you know what I mean? But anyway, I don't think it was real far-fetched for the Hoovers to be mentioned. And I didn't just think it up. You can go back to my content. They were mentioned, and it was like an assumption. But I think if you go back to the call, the homie said it was like borderline Menlo, Hoover.
That nigga got killed in the Menlos. That nigga got killed closer to the brims and shit. He got killed in a neutral place where everybody in LA go and they think it's safe. That's how you niggas know it. Safe ain't safe, cuz. Safe ain't safe in LA. I don't know if he was pimping, I don't know if he was gangbanging, I don't know who he was over there for a broad, but either or, if you over there for a broad, ain't no broad stay where he was standing at. He was standing like right there on the side of the store. It ain't like they talking about some weed shop. That wasn't no weed shop, no Hoover weed spot. I don't know who was hanging right there. You don't catch no who was hanging right there. You don't hang right there. There ain't no fucking safe zone for us. So, niggas on the internet using us for clickbait talking about Hoover. And if they got a suspect, let the suspect be who it's gonna be. But before this, y'all niggas talking about Hoover. Like, come on, bro, y'all gotta.
That's another reason why I feel like he may have made sure he didn't direct it, and he just, like I said, he may have just been being more respectful for certain, you know, categories of individuals. Probably being more aware of their intentions. Cause I know I fall in the cat. You know, my title say, but it say in the Hoovers, not got killed by the Hoovers. And there was an assumption at the time that that was the Hoovers, but the content explains how I got to that conclusion. I wasn't, and I know it seemed clickbaitish, but outside of being clickbaitish, you do as a content creator, whether you clickbaitish like to the corny, disrespectful level, you are trying to create titles around content that is current and that will catch attention. Me, definitely, I try to make sure the content matches the title, but you attempt to be creative as possible. And thanks to you, thanks to Gumby, thanks to the T-Rail in them, thanks to the recent raise, thanks to Jack 5, the Hoovers have arrived, man. Y'all names is lit. Like the name Hoover is something in these YouTube streets, like they was in the real streets now. And it seemed like y'all had desired that, but it's not a pretty picture. You got to deal with it's the good, the bad, the bullshit, and the good shit.
Stop that shit, my nigga. I really gotta stop that shit on the internet. Y'all bitch ass nigga be convicting my homies for my homies breathing me like, damn, like, let a nigga breathe. I don't know what in the world would make a nigga think Hoover did something to that nigga and that ain't even the set. The fuck? It's all type of niggas be over there. Hoover.
You know, they was saying all that with the YC80 band thing. I'm not sure if you did a video of this nature at that time, but it was assumed by a lot of people just based on the climate of the streets of South Central, I believe. And then, like you say, that ain't the set, but it takes somebody really, really familiar with that section to realize that. That's why the niggas from Menlo speak out. You spoke out. It may be a few more locals that spoke out to describe that that's not the Hoovers. But based on the climate of the streets, recent events, and that general area, especially with the word fig being mentioned, I just think there was an assumption that that was the Hoover area, not ever indicating that the Hoovers were involved personally, but I think the general public just would assume it's a continuation.
That's like a neutral zone for pimps and whatever be going on. And he had to be over there feeling safe. He had to be over there with somebody, with some niggas. I gotta ask yourself who that boy.
Did he say that neutrals for pimps and all that? Man, I remember one night a few years ago, man, I had to get up out my bed and drive to an emergency traffic incident, total car in the intersection right off of like, you know how you going out on 110 north and you get off on Florence, but it's right, it ain't Florence though. It's that little street and right, it's 70 something right in Flower. As soon as you make that left, bam, that's where the accident was. So when I get there, my peoples is fighting with a gang of mean-eskins, bro. One female fighting with a whole lot of mean-eskins, going crazy, whoop, 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 whoop. So I'm trying to calm the situation down. It's a Mexican tow truck driver there. I'm trying to deal with the situation with the people that had the accident and the tow man, because the person who had the accident, she a Paisa lady, don't speak no English. The tow dude, he a younger Mexican who speak English, and he like handling the conversation for the lady in the accident. So I'm trying to hurry up. I'm thinking these is F-13, I don't know where they from. They all got on white t-shirts, LA hats, and they like, you know, woo, 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 woo. So I'm trying to hurry up and get up out of here, bro. My knee shaking like Don Knotts, going through my phone, trying to find my ID, show it to the people. Out of nowhere, another tow truck pull up, and they got his vest on and all that. He comes stand right here on this shoulder, right here, bam. And like I'm got my phone dealing with the Mexicans, and the Mexican tow truck is standing at this angle from me. So the Mexican tow truck dude, he like at, what's this would be, 9, 10 o'clock. The black dude come like right here on my shoulder. He like, but he asked the Mexican dude, he like, you got this? To want the accident. He like, yeah. He like, look, he like, all right. And he was like, I remember what name he said. I'm gonna just make up a name right now. I'm gonna just say Devil. He like, all right. And got him out here like, yeah, Devil, West Side Hoover. I'm like, ooh. So now I'm like, this middle of the night, trying to, if anybody know Flower and right there, boy, it's a one way. I already, when I got off the freeway, passed up the little area, and I'm like, damn, Either I gotta go all the way around, go on Fig. So I done already did a bullshit reverse on the one way. Nobody know who I am. So when I jumped out, the whole crowd on me because they like, well, just reversing on the one way. I'm thinking it's, oh man, but yeah, it be janky over there. I don't know. They didn't respect no pimping. They wasn't respecting no accident victim. I got banged on while man was out here trying to get his money over there. Oh my mama. And my homie one day was at a school over there, bro, little kiddie school, just waiting to pick a baby up out of school, not tripping. He don't even fenuck around, ain't fucked around in years. He had a fly powder blue NY hat on, not thinking. Been way on the west side, way over here all day, Santa Monica. 3, 4 o'clock, come to pick up the school. Boy, he said just sitting in the car like this, waiting for like no school finna be out. And just pulled up in the car, was like, take it off. He like, first he didn't know what he's talking about. He was like, wait, like, ooh, take it off. Woo. Yeah, be active over there.
Pull up who he pull up for and who he pull up with. Cause if he out there talking about he with a bitch, man, he's out there with a hoe. Hey, that's the thing though. I wouldn't even be hanging, I wouldn't even be, me personally, I wouldn't even be hanging out in front of no store, bro, on Figueroa, on Halloween, and I'm from Fig. Like, that's the, like, come on, bro. Like, we know that. Like, even, like, this how you know that niggas don't be self-conscious about the shit that they do. And you gotta understand, with that boy just losing his life in somewhere that he wasn't supposed to be, why would you go somewhere else where you ain't supposed to be? Whether that's the set or anywhere, we know that, you know, those who really from LA, that's really from that area, know that.
See, that's how you know it's borderline and not that clear cut. Because he came on early saying that ain't the set. And now he in his mind is describing dude like he was out of bounds. But if that's the Menlos, that's farthest thing from out of bounds. But it's so close, it's easy to get it confused. You feel me?
That's not Hoover set. That's not the set. We don't got nothing in the 60s down there, right? In the 60s. Let's be real. Like,
if it's 69 and y'all on 74th, and the Menlos don't start till 70th, or it's not just like no lines drawn like welcome to the Menlos, welcome to the Hoovers. Come on, you know that, bro.
come on, let's be real, bro. But it's like, for people to sit there and put that on us, bro, and knowing that this dude put himself there just like this other dude from Main Street put himself there. They decided to go there. They decided to go stand out on the corner. Did nobody tell that boy go stand on the fucking corner. He went still on the corner. Whatever the situation was, you over there in a neutral zone supposed to be in somebody else's hood and you died.
But that's just like the boy from 80s. He got killed in the set. Nobody said the homies did it. People was thinking about what everything they thought that they could put 2 and 2 together, and they just assumed what they assumed about who might have did it for him being over there. But they didn't say the homies did it because he got killed over there. So it's the same thing. Or was he in the mains or the, I don't know if he was in the set or in the mains, but he wasn't in Long Beach. So it's the same thing with people saying, oh, he got killed in the Hoovers, mistakenly or not. They're not necessarily blaming it on the Hoovers. You don't make them equal, Bird. On my mama.
So y'all gotta stop painting that picture of Hoover. Hoover just with something to say. Hoover clickbait right now. Y'all love to keep Hoover in y'all mouth. It's to the point now to where it's like y'all niggas use it so much but don't want to give us no credit. Like, damn, okay, y'all done put the homies on there, but y'all see niggas on these platforms every day. Y'all see Treyway.
That's another reason why I think he maybe purposely didn't include me in when he was like naming names and what he didn't like, is because this don't apply to me. Y'all see how I keep that intro cracking. So I don't just look to benefit or exploit the negative stuff associated with the Who's. When I see a shining star, no pun intended, I know they bang the stars, but I'm on here from a way more mature perspective, appreciating black people doing things that we can appreciate on a public platform. The goofy shit, I'm not impressed with. But when I see a black man, especially coming from an area like the East Coast, the Gray Streets, the Hoovers, the Brams, the Comptons, coming on here doing something other than what those environments normally dictate, yeah, I'm with that. I'm with all that.
It went viral for Flacco sitting up there saying he did something that can put him in jail. Like, why is you trying to hit that boy to that? That boy is every day trying to rap and do something better with himself, but you niggas won't even pull him up. Flacco did that weird shit and won't even pull him on no jumper and come talk to him. Put him on there and come talk to him. This to the little nigga state of mind, you feel me? That's what I'm saying. But if something happened to that little nigga, he'd be on every blog talking about he was an aspiring rapper, and then pull him up somewhere and help him. Because y'all ain't did nothing for him. That's why I keep telling my people, these niggas is not for us. Whether y'all want to see it or not, bro, the media is not for us, none of that, bro. And they paint these pictures on us, and we see it because for both situations, nobody been apprehended and proving that it was my homies. And we got all these niggas on there talking about niggas self-snitching and this and that, and they told on the person. But really, how you gonna say he told on the person when y'all don't even know where the person from, and y'all titles say the nigga from Hoover?
My title don't say nobody from Hoover. It did suggest it may have happened in the Hoovers.
Y'all tell them. Y'all niggas with these titles and these narratives, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. Y'all gotta stop that shit. First time a nigga see somebody put somebody on there and ain't been apprehended, y'all supposed to shut that down, because they ain't no better than Flacco. On Hoover, all these other medias right now, and talking about the homies and the said creating this narrative like the Hoover did something to this boy and this boy didn't get killed in the Hoovers. Come on, bro. Y'all gotta stop that shit.
I'll say this, man, from my knowledge of being in these LA streets for decades, you could take it from me that it's highly possible, probable, and maybe factual that his death actually had nothing to do with gangbanging. To be honest, I'm gonna just say that.
We not the only gang in LA. Y'all niggas steady popping that shit like we ain't nobodies and like we ain't this and that, bro. But we steady getting brought up. Niggas steady using us for clickbait, huh? That's what I'm saying. Niggas are using nigga for clickbait, but they gonna use a nigga for to build this platform to do something positive for a motherfucker. We gotta get that shit together. For real. It's on us to tell niggas, bro, y'all gotta be more careful. Like, let's be real. This boy walked up to a car. If he walked up to the car, that means he knew somebody. You feel me? No matter what it is.
You got to be careful about the things that you say too. It may suggest, because that might be shining light on someone else that might be a suspect. We all got to be careful when we discuss these issues so recent after they happen. Real careful.
Like you must have knew somebody or something, bro. So that shit just look freaky right there. You know, but y'all gotta stop with that putting shit on us, saying it's the Hoovers. Like, man, that shit ain't right, bro. Real shit. Y'all can't be mad at Flacco no more than y'all mad at all these other outlets that's doing the same shit, trying to create their narrative. And y'all know when you from LA, that's a pimp or whatever they got neutral zone. If y'all don't know, Big Sad shot a video right there in that intersection where he died at. Tell me if I'm lying. Big Sad 1900 just shot a video. It's called Fast Car in the Fast Lane. Now I can put my balls in the dick. You know, he said some shit like that. I'm saying, like, it's called Circles on Figueroa on Verse. He dropped a song right there on Circles on Figueroa, I think it's called. But right there where that dude died is where Big Sad and them shot that video at, bro. If I'm lying, I'm dying. Y'all go look that shit up. If y'all look at right there where that nigga died at, and where Big Sad shot that video, it was so many niggas from everywhere in Big Sad video that shows you what type of like stomping ground that was. You know what I'm saying? It tells y'all what type of area and what shit was going on right there. Because if you look at Circles on Figueroa, we're gonna see all type of niggas right there. All them niggas that was right there was never gonna be in the set, period. They would never be fucking hanging right there, bro. It ain't gonna happen. All the niggas in that video was never gonna be. You had dudes from Midland right there. You had all type of niggas right there in that video. But that's a neutral ground, so y'all gotta stop that with blaming on us. When y'all look at Big Sad video, that's a neutral ground to where a lot of them niggas be doing their thing, you know what I'm saying? And it's what niggas do, you know what I'm saying? It's when niggas pull up and they cool. And there's a lot of places in these areas where you got them like that, and that's one. So keep our name out that shit.
Message well delivered. I think the bigger conversation is something he said toward the end, how, and it's not specific to his neighborhood, it's all these neighborhoods. How we comfortable with the fact that there's places that we know for sure ain't certain blacks ain't gonna be over there. when I see these old videos of whites chasing black youth out of their neighborhoods trying to walk home from school and realize we done took over that, man. That kind of hurts my feelings, man. And I'm not shaking my finger at nobody. I'm pointing at me and talking about all of us, man. We got to do better, man. Shout out to Triggerbird. Rest in peace, baby Huey. Oh, my mama.
Nigga spent all these years on the block. Nigga spent all these years on the block and ain't got nothing to show for it. And then what a nigga do got to show, a nigga got on my own. So what I need you niggas for? Now I start to look at y'all like enemies. So in all reality, like I said, we gotta humble ourselves and we gotta come together, man. We gotta love each other. Cause that's what it's really about. Cause man, black people, if we got the strongest, we the strongest. Like in jail, nigga, on God, they separate us. It's 14 blacks to 72 Mexicans in there. And I told the police, I said, why y'all put us in there with all these Mexicans? They said because that's how it break down. Like that's how y'all can handle them.
Yeah. Snakewood and that puzzle. Big shout out to SPI, Spotter Low. You know, I'm in the black box, had to come through, tap in, show love one time. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all subscribe. Stay tuned, all that.